I'm Shakira.
And I'm Amestyne.
And this is Shack with the Facts. What's up, y'all? Girl Shakira, two times reporting live. Stay tuned. We're close like a fam. You could call us a tribe. I'm the queen of the pack. You can see it in my eyes. And that's word to my father. Used to be stressed, now your girl is unbothered. Moved to the coast since then it's been a rap. Golden State brought out the... What's up, y'all? It's your girl Shakira two times, and this is Shack with the Facts. On today's episode, we are talking about the facts about Hypercharge, wellness, and health. And I'm super excited to introduce this young lady who told me everything I needed to know to be ready to book a consultation. She goes by the name of Amestyne. How are you today?
I'm great, thank you.
Of course. So her and I got to talk a little bit behind the scenes. And when I tell you my brain has opened up to just another level of knowledge, she is literally a wealth of knowledge, recommended by Nancy because of all the things she knows and all the things she does. And I'm just super excited to have you here today.
Thank you so much. It's an honor.
Yes. Okay. So let's get into it.
You got it.
What is Hypercharge Wellness? What is Hypercharge Wealth? And how did you get involved in it?
Okay. So it's Hypercharge Health and Hypercharge Wellness.
Yes.
So we have 3 wellness clinics: Eden Prairie, Maple Grove, and Woodbury. And we have our medical clinic, which is Hypercharge Health, and that's in Edina.
Nice.
So we can get into it a little bit more and tell you the differences between both of them. But for now, there's 2 different businesses under one entity.
Amazing. And you mentioned to me earlier that you are a Black-led business. Tell us a little bit about your role and how you found out about the business and how it got started.
Sure. Yep. So I was a CEO for a surgery center, which was owned by, well, one of the owners was Dr. Stefano Sinacropi, and he is an orthopedic spine surgeon. And he and I have worked together for many years, and he said, "Hey, Amestyne, let's go on this ride, and I want you to come and educate and get this word out, and let's make something really special happen with these organizations." And that's kind of where I am today.
Yeah, and you definitely know your stuff. You seem very well educated, like I said before, a wealth of knowledge. And you're teaching me words that I didn't even know existed, procedures and services that I didn't even know were attainable, just from talking for 30 minutes. So he picked the right person for sure.
It's been a journey. I had to do a lot of education myself, and he does so many podcasts and educational seminars, and I learned most of the stuff from him, and then his business partner, Tram Holloway. Listening to the both of them and seeing the stories and the journeys of the patients themselves and firsthand, that's the best way to see it in action.
I want to break this down a little bit because you explained to me a little behind the scenes, but it's a lot of information to retain. So
yes.
You have Hypercharge Wellness and you have Hypercharge Health. From what you've explained, you started with wellness, but you quickly learned that there was a need for physicians to be on site. So talk to us a little bit about Hypercharge Wellness, some of the services you provide, and then a little bit about Hypercharge Health as well.
Sure. So Hypercharge Wellness, our first location was launched about 3 years ago, and that location was Maple Grove. And we were doing a lot of wellness. So we were seeing a lot of wellness patients, so longevity, enhanced performance. We also started seeing athletes at various points in their career, whether it be collegiate level, and then we just started doing a lot of injury rehabilitation. So sports injuries, post-surgical, we get a lot of those from Dr. Sinacropi. He actually has sons that are very, very athletic. One of them is in college currently, and the other is still in high school and will definitely be pursuing a college career in athletics. But one of his sons was injured, and his partner, Tram, had introduced him to biohacking. So that's hacking the biology in non-traditional ways. So Dr. Sinacropi got a laser at his house, and he started seeing and treating his son for his sports injuries.
Oh, wow.
And Tram had been telling him, you got to get involved in this. This is amazing. He uses all different modalities. So he's our chief technology officer. So he's bringing these ideas to Dr. Sinacropi, and Dr. Sinacropi is a Western medicine trained. He wants to see the science and the data and the facts. He talks a lot about his toolbox and how doctors only have so many tools in their toolbox. It's what they were trained with in med school. So if you're a family medicine or general practitioner or ENT or orthopedics or spine, that they're really missing some tools. And he learned that quickly by starting to use some of these technologies. So he bought the bed, and he has it as his house. He has the lasers, and just started treating his son. So his son was getting back to athletic performance and being able to get back after injuries or just recovery. So after playing a soccer game and being sore, he would use a laser on different parts of his body. And then before he knew it, his friends and colleagues were starting to come in, and he was just had athletes at his house, and Tram was using these technologies. So they said, when are you going to open your first wellness clinic? We got to do this. So they opened Maple Grove, and then they brought in the technologies, and that's how we came up with our 5 pillars. So we have photobiomodulation, which a lot of people hear like red light therapy and green light therapy. There's the panels and there's the beds. Ours are all medical grade devices, so they can treat a vast array of different ailments, from chronic conditions and illnesses to skin and vanity type things. And the green light also works for calming and brain activity and migraines and stuff like that.
So you do it all.
Yes.
Literally.
And then we have our lasers, which work on isolated areas. So we can treat specific areas of the body, whether it be an ankle or a knee, or we use one of our lasers for cognitive therapy. So concussions and migraines.
So yes, you said big words. Yes, I had instant flashbacks to like 9th, 10th grade science class in anatomy, where we learned all these different things and learned. So it gave me a little bit of brain fog, but it also showed me that there's so many different tools that a lot of us haven't even scratched the surface. So I want to ask you, Amestyne, if you were having this conversation with a kindergarten class, how would you explain the products and services that y'all offer?
Great question. So I have children. I have 4 children, and I've actually treated my son so he just thought this was a bunch of really cool stuff.
Yeah.
A colorful tanning bed, a bicycle where he puts on a mask and feels like an astronaut and is getting all this energy by going on a bike, and these cool lasers like he's in Star Wars and gets to heal his body. So light therapy, photosynthesis, we go back to that cellular part, but really just talking to people, come in, try it out, experience the modalities, and the magic speaks for itself.
Yeah.
When some people are interested in learning the science behind it, that's where you were asking me, how did health come about? And that was when a lot of people wanted to know that information, and most of the providers out there or your referral sources didn't know about these technologies. So Dr. Sinacropia was like, we need to get a doctor who can speak to other providers and can really help gear and move and impact the way in which these patients are treated and have more of a medical oversight. So we started seeing really complex medical conditions, Lyme's disease, long COVID, various chronic illnesses, immediate post-surgical recovery, opioid addiction therapy. So stuff that really needs some true medical oversight. And so we opened our medical clinic. So known for about a year now.
Amazing, congratulations.
Thank you.
Happy anniversary. So you have 3 wellness centers, correct?
Yes.
If you had to give us one product, service, machine at each that was your favorite, can you explain your favorite and why?
Yeah. So at the wellness clinics, it's definitely our photobiomodulation bed. So
that's
light therapy
Can you say that again for me?
bed.
Can you look in the camera and say that again for me, please?
Photobiomodulation. So red and green light therapy, that's in a bed. So you sit in this bed for 8 to 10 minutes, and that's your treatment.
And what does it do?
Yep. So that actually, there's red light and green light. Red light is for, you think of it as like healing properties, and then the green is more calming and works on brain. So I like to use it for my migraines. So I've been a chronic sufferer of migraines since I was little and been on a rescue medication. And where that's great, it's not sustainable and something I want to be on for the rest of my life. And I notice that if I have a migraine and I go in the bed, the green light, I can go in the bed for 20 minutes. It's a little bit longer of a session, and my migraine is gone.
Wow.
No rescue med. And then what's really nice about it is there's no brain fog. Having that as a resource and allowing me to go back to work, stare at a computer, and get back to those high-level functioning activities that previously, if I had a migraine, I'd be out for a couple days potentially.
Yeah.
I can go straight from the bed to my office and work.
Amazing.
So,
Very cool. And then how about at the health center?
So there's a lot to unpack about our medical clinic. We have an aesthetic med spa, which is always nice and fun, and that's just the vanity side of things. So we have PRP, regenerative medicine. We have an entire urinary incontinence pelvic floor program. For me, that service and that technology of the Amestyne chair is truly changed my life.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about this magical chair. Let's get into that.
Sure. So I'm going to get into it in layman's terms.
Yes,
so if
yes.
you want to hear from our medical professionals and know the science and the reasoning behind all of these things, we can definitely hook people up. But as far as a personal story, so I have 2 biological children, and during my first delivery, I had a grade 4 tear. And I had actually prolapsed my bladder.
Whoa.
And so
birth control, y'all, birth control.
I was told I needed to have a sling procedure. I have a surgical background. I was first assisted surgery, and I know that that procedure works, and it's great for some people. It just wasn't great for me and not the choice I chose. I did go through traditional physical therapy and pelvic floor exercises, and again, the technology for it is kind of invasive. There's various pieces of equipment that you may have to insert internally. You have to learn how to do effective Kegel exercises, and it's something you have to continue to do. Well, at our health clinic, we have the Amestyne chair, which I had mentioned, and it does 10,000 Kegels in 30 minutes.
Whoa. First of all, I misquoted you. Behind the scenes, I told them 10,000 Kegels in 30 minutes.
In 30 minutes.
Whoa.
And it's a chair. You're fully clothed. You still have your integrity.
Yeah, right.
And
it's not invasive.
No, not at all. Not at all. And the effectiveness of this Kegel, reality is you will never be able to do a Kegel exercise with that much intensity, and I would say intentionality as well, because you feel it all the way internally. I did 6 treatments. So before this, I couldn't laugh. I couldn't sneeze. If I was sick, it was awful. I was like, okay, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
My children love to jump on the trampoline. My family is avid runners. I didn't participate in any of these activities. Suffering in silence, I could fake it, but I really did. And it's a lot of women suffer with this and have this, as well as men. 6 treatments, I'm about 80%.
Wow, that is amazing.
It's a life changer. I can't tell you how good it is to sneeze and be like, not do the,
not have
famous
to,
cross.
or not have to run to the bathroom to sneeze.
Yes.
Oh my God.
To still have my integrity as a woman and still feel feminine and sexy and just not have to worry about that. And when the kids say, hey mom, let's jump on the trampoline. Okay, go to the bathroom and then I can actually jump. And it's been a life changer for me. And since we've had this technology, to see the different lives in which it's impact from, we had a gentleman who had actually fecal incontinence.
Wow.
And so he's had significant results.
This chair does everything.
Yeah, so it's got 2 different protocols, one for sexual enhancements, which is part of our sexual wellness protocols and treatments that we do at the health clinic. And then it's got a urinary incontinence program.
These are things I didn't even know existed. So thank you for giving us some insight on that.
Yeah. So if you were talking about your community and you gave shout outs to Nancy, if you guys can find the video of Nancy sitting on this Amestyne chair, it is the best.
Oh, we're going to have to link that somewhere in here because we need parts of that. With her permission, of course.
Amazing. It's amazing.
Wow.
Like she had never done it. And I was telling her about this. She's like, what? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
She sits on this chair and she's like, oh my, this is awesome.
I don't even know if I could sit there for that, you said 30 minutes?
Yeah.
I feel like I couldn't sit for 30 minutes and do 10,000 Kegels. I would be like overstimulated, That's what it seems like.
Yeah, so it goes up to a setting of 100. So you can decrease the intensity of it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay.
Yeah.
So you all have 3 wellness clinics and a medical clinic.
Yes.
And you're forever expanding. I know you spoke to me a little bit about your newer endeavors. What are some other things that we can expect from you all, whether it's an open house, different services, or different facilities that you might be opening in the future?
Sure. So a couple exciting things. We're working on our nonprofit wing, which I'm extremely proud of. The goal is to get some additional funds to help serve our first responders, in addition to some there's one that we're really passionate about. It's serving some children, victims of gun violence, making these services available to the underserved, helping us with the patients who just can't afford that care. A lot of this is cash-based. We do help with creating super bills and finding creative ways to expense some of it with your HSA dollars or whatnot. So I think that's something exciting to come is, again, when you come to our clinics, we're going to help you get the care in which you deserve. This really cool Neuro 20 suit that's coming out. Check it out. Look it up.
Yeah, let me look that up.
It looks like a wetsuit.
Interesting.
It looks like a wetsuit, and it stimulates 32 different muscle groups at once. And
this
so
is crazy.
It's really good for athletic performance.
Yeah.
Or if you have like a patient that has the inability to walk or stand, or veterans, there's an entire program that helps our wounded warriors, amputees, and then partnerships. A lot of growth and opportunity. We're working on our licensure model. So if there's people who are interested in joining the Hypercharge family and opening a clinic of your own, or adding some of our modalities to your clinic, reach out. Otherwise, we have, we're always hosting events. We can do private events. If you have a group of your people that want to come in and meet with our providers, we can host an open house. We can host you at our wellness clinics.
You mentioned you do collaborative events as well. Could you speak more about that?
Yes. Again, it's about education, right? Educating the public, and what does that look like? Are we collaborating with various businesses where you would come in and sell your jewelry and we're offering our aesthetic services? Or are you a medical professional that has, let's say, a personal trainer? Okay, well, let's enhance the ability of your patients to recover. Could you imagine being a personal trainer where you're having these great effective workouts, but then your client comes to us and we take away the pain from the recovery?
That sounds
think
like
how
a match
sore
made in
you are
heaven.
when you work out. If you could work out, and I mean, being sore helps you feel like you actually worked out, but to the point where we're actually reducing the inflammation and helping your body process these things faster. So physical therapy is not fun.
Yeah, so I hear.
It hurts. It's painful.
Yeah.
So a lot of times people don't progress as fast as they would because they're really sore afterwards, or they have to space out these treatments. So we pair quite nicely with the different therapists, because we can help the body go through the inflammatory process faster, reduce the inflammation. We can also work on the cognitive side of things.
Amazing.
So that's something we didn't really talk about, but you think about the psychological impact of life, and just think about whether it's an injury or an athlete that lost a scholarship, or
even like
somebody,
childbirth,
or somebody who's caring for a loved one. I'm at the age where my parents are starting to age out, and it's stressful. So let's talk about our own personal healing. So as we're serving all of these patients that have various ailments, why are we neglecting our own mental health? Mental health is huge. And did you know that red light and green light therapy can help with mental health and help you to avoid various medications? It's fascinating. Again, the collaboration. So working with your therapists, we work really closely with various psychotherapists and mental health therapists. So again, collaboration, any way we can get in with various providers is fantastic.
You're just like such a wealth of knowledge. There's
It's
y'all
so
literally
much.
do everything. And I know we haven't even scratched the surface really. But just to hear you talk about all the different things that you all offer, I think a lot of folks don't even know that it's an attainable thing in the Twin Cities, let alone something that maybe they can afford. But I like what you said earlier, that it's just about prioritizing your health and your wellness. You can maybe skip a nail appointment, skip a couple Starbucks runs, and you can probably come and get some light therapy that will change your life. So look, y'all, I know that I'll be signing up for all the things. Whatever I can afford, I'm going to do, okay? I'm going to dust off my HSA card and use it. The last thing I'm going to ask is, you kind of tapped into how we can support you all. You definitely did. But I would love for you to speak more in detail about a consultation, what that process is like, and the fact that it's free. And if you could let us know how long it's free as well, so that folks can...
Medical consults, so the consultations at our medical clinic with our various medical providers, those are free consultations. So Dr. Sager is our regenerative medicine provider. He does a lot of PRP, stem cells, regenerative medicine. The fact that he's doing free consultations is mind-boggling. So right now we haven't put a limit on how long we're going to offer this. You have the ability to talk to, and he's an educator. He teaches other doctors how to do this. So if you have one of the best that's willing to see you for free, I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And then you have Dr. Sinacropi, orthopedic spine surgeon, founder of our business and organization, and he will take time. I mean, this is definitely not about money for him. If it was about money, he would be doing surgery all day long.
Of course. Yeah.
But he's committed to serving these patients of his and seeing patients for free. It is the choice of our providers to see these patients for free, to truly do a discovery consultation and come up with a plan that makes sense for you, and to listen to you and let you make those decisions alongside with obviously the direction and the insight of a medical provider. And then same thing with our nurse practitioners. So, and our esthetician. So she'll do free consultations on skincare. She's doing a teen event. I mean, it's fascinating. Yeah.
And y'all are really serving the community. So thank you for your work. I am super excited to check you all out, and I really appreciate you sitting down and talking with me today.
No, thank you. It's been a pleasure and an honor, and I'm just grateful for the opportunity.
Yay! This is my favorite part of the show. So we are going to get into the segment called Facts or Cap.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask you a couple things about your work, the products you offer, the services you offer, and you're going to tell me if it is a fact, if the statement I'm saying is true, or if it is cap, meaning it's not true. Okay?
You got it.
So of course I have to start with this because I'm still mind blown. Is it true that you all offer a service that increases the girth of a male's penis?
Fact.
Tell us a little bit about that. What is it called? How does it work? Like, what's the details on that?
Again, I'm not a medical professional. So if you want all the medical information, schedule this free consultation with Dr. Sager.
I know some people.
The P-Shot is one of our sexual wellness. It's under that portfolio. It is a PRP injection for men. It goes into the penis, and don't worry, you have sedation or a little bit of numbing medicine, so you're not going to be in pain. But it may also add girth. Obviously, you're putting PRP, which is platelet-rich plasma. We draw blood from you, spin it down, and get those healthy tissues to enhance your sexual outcome. It's for erectile dysfunction. You don't necessarily have to have erectile dysfunction in order to have it. It's gonna enhance and the outcomes of your orgasms. But then we also have one for women, so you're not left out, women.
Facts or cap? You all do events.
Facts, and yes, we do events. We can host them at our entity. We may bring some of our providers to your business or whatnot. That would be like IV therapies. It may be limited.
Facts or cap? You all do open houses pretty regularly.
Fact, yes. We do regular open houses. So we do privately held open houses. So if you're a business entity and you're interested in potentially adding our services as a wellness sponsorship or buying a corporate membership for your employees, we may host an event for all your employees to come and experience the services. A lot of times those are complimentary and free, so that's fantastic.
You didn't mention that part. Wow.
No, or if, again, like I said, I have various groups of people. Hey, a group of women or a group of men or a group of sports athletes. We will definitely hold events, so you can reach out to me. My information is also on the websites, and I would help coordinate those events.
Amazing, perfect. Well, that's all I have for you. Thank you so much. You did an amazing job. That was great. What's up, y'all? It's your girl Shakira 2 times. This is Shaq with the Facts, and today's Shaq Fact is brought to you by the use of technology. Now, I am a mom to a toddler myself, and I don't mean to toot my own horn, but we personally are an iPad-free household. The reason being is, according to recent studies, 89%, that's a B+, 89% of kids between the ages of 2 and 5 are addicted to their tablets, their iPads, and technology in general. I share this Shaq Fact today because with the holidays coming up, look, I know it's cold, I know we're tired, I know a lot of us are living paycheck to paycheck, I know that the vibes are not all the way there, but I think that it's a really good opportunity to take the time to unload, unplug, unwind, and spend time with your loved ones, because these kids are becoming addicted. And after sitting and listening to somebody talk about all this advanced technology that they offer, from light therapy to closing your coochie back up to fixing like all types of issues from Lyme disease to cancer, there are way better uses of technology than those tablets, those iPads, and those smartphones. So please, y'all, unplug, unwind, and have a happy holidays. Bye.